Hello, Leo. Welcome, Pussycats, to your reading with me, Cindy. We're going to do release and receive, Leo. I got to say, I don't know if I've bitten off more than I can chew with the decks that I've chosen for this reading. So if you're not familiar with my release and receives, I'm basically going to ask the universe what the universe would like you to release, to prepare to release. This could be something that, the universe giving you the option to release in your life. It could be a person, place, thing, concept, feeling, emotion. It could be any number of things. Or the universe will be telling you, like, you know what? It could be like a tower moment release. You're not going to release it. We're going to do it for you. So something is exiting your life for something to enter it. So that's the receive. So what is this receive that's going to come to you, right? So what I'm going to do is going to do the release and the receive. There's going to be an in-between. That in-between is going to come from my energy oracle deck. I have a number of decks here. I have my energy oracle deck. I'm going to be, for the part of the release, I'm going to use my God and Titan deck. It's a combo deck of God and Titan and Dark Goddess oracle deck. And then for the receive, I'm using my combination Starseed Oracle and Goddess Wisdom deck. For the tarot part of this reading, I'm going to be using my Murder of Crows deck, and we'll see if I get into a teeny tiny tarot. I know, right? What is Cindy doing? I don't know. I felt compelled to do it. See how it goes. It might change as the week goes on. I don't know, Leo, if it becomes too draining, if the messages are just too intense and too much information. Oh, Leo, Pussycats. Let's get started, my friends. So we are, like I said, we're going to start with the God and Titan deck combined with the Dark Goddess deck. The release for Leo. The release for Leo. So you got a God and Titan. A God and Titan came out. But your underline is a Dark Goddess deck. Envy and leadership. Whoa, right there. Just with the bottom of that, just for me, you have Zeus with envy. Interesting. Zeus with leadership, and then you have envy here. This tells me, you know what? Be the leader you always wanted in your life and never found. Don't be envious of other people that are leading their lives the way you would like to lead your life. Don't be envious of people that have any position of authority that you wish you could have that. You be the leader you never had. You show up as that person. That's what I get with that underline. It's very interesting. Your release is chaos. Get rid of the confusion. It's time to get rid of things that it almost feels like perhaps you've been through some sort of a tower moment. So some part of your life just has fallen apart, or you've been picking up the pieces. This feels like after that. It's time to remove the rubble. It's time to start creating a new path. So it's really time to move beyond some sort of failure from the past. It's time to release that shit. Get rid of the chaos. If you need to even embrace the chaos and look at it head on and go, woof, this shit's crazy. Just get in there and deal with it. Get rid of it. Look at him. And maybe you need to show up as some form of a leader in your life to do that. Maybe it feels like there could be something in your life that has control over you. I want to say there's something in everybody's life that has control over them, really, honestly. Even if you're living as a hermit in the wilderness and you're living off the land, nature still has some sort of control over you. Like, we don't. You come into the 3D, you're a little bit fucked. Just like, yeah, just say that to a baby. Welcome! You're a little bit fucked, hon. It's the way it's going to go. Okay. Let's see what you're going to receive. And you will note that, well, maybe it's not obvious yet, but there is sort of a more darker and masculine side to the release, as opposed to the receive. Is more of a more feminine and, kind of your higher good. So I wanted to kind of play a little bit like that, like help y'all out with some higher good stuff here. Okay, the receive. So what is the receive for Leo? Oh, I like it. You got something from the Starseed Oracle deck. Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will. Oh boy, micromanaging the universe. Well then, the universe, I feel like, wants you to kind of deal with some things in the 3D that have control over your life, but they feel more like the remnants of something that collapsed. You know, the tower falls down, all those pieces of rubble and bricks around you. You need to kind of pick them up. Maybe you can take some of those bricks with you. Maybe you can sell them to somebody. Or maybe there's someone in need of some bricks and you can just give them away to them. But you need to get that shit out of the way for yourself. And the universe wants you to really focus on collaborating your higher self. I mean, because this is the receive. To micromanage the universe doesn't necessarily sound like something good, but it sounds to me, with this combination of the release, that it's time to really get in there. The universe would almost, it's almost like the universe is saying on some level that, you know, there's been way too much of you in the 3D here. You got to get back into the spiritual realm. You got to back a little more deeply into your spiritualism, but create through that. Create through that. The universe wants to hear from you. That's how I would also say, my will to thy will. The cosmic heart is at the bottom. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Ah! See? The universe wants to hear from you because the universe wants to create shit with you. So, well, what's going on? Speak to me, honey. Speak to me. Let me know. Micromanage me a little bit. I want to feel it. I want to be in your energy again. It's like we haven't been there. What's going on? You're dealing with all this earthly shit. But don't forget, that's just being an earthling is just a temporary thing, my sweet. It's not, you know, eternal. Like your soul is, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This is an interesting reading. Okay, now we're going to go to the energy oracle deck, and I want to see the energy that's sitting between your release and your receive. This is very practical, which I think for you will be good because you're dealing with practical shit. The universe would like you to finish that. Come over here and co-create with us. Okay, what is the energy that sits between Leo's release and receive? Contract. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of earthly shit going on, possibly. Yeah, okay. You have contract, the garden and the gate, and yin and yang. So some of you might be coming in or out of some sort of, it just feels earthly bound contracts, whatever that could be. These could be work contracts, they could be marriage contracts, they could be contractor contracts. I don't know what it is. Like it too. I mean, maybe literally you've been trying to get some sort of project done around your house and nobody's showing up to do it. And they dropped off all the supplies and your driveway and your front lawn are filled with gravel and sand or stones, lumber, I don't know. And nobody, like, be the leader here. Get this shit done. You need to get out of a contract or you need to find the right contract for yourself. Whatever this is, it's taking you somewhere new. So this contract is about to take you into a new place, whether you're releasing a contract or accepting one, or maybe one of both. Exiting something to enter it, because you've kind of gone as far as you really can for your own soul development. If you're standing at the gate, and because where she's contained, it's all fulfilled. All the plants are grown. There's nothing new to do except just maintain the status quo. That's what it is. You have the key around your neck. You are more than welcome to walk out of the status quo and find something different for yourself. And it's just, but look at, it's blank, right? There's nothing out there. That's why the cosmos wants to be micromanaged by you. Yin and yang, bring me your energy. Balance. That's what's sitting here. It's either, I feel like it's exiting something so you can enter something. It makes a lot of sense with the contract. And it could be just spiritual contracts for some of you. But for me, it feels very heavily like, here, bring these down so you can see them. It's just my eyes. I don't have my glasses on. It just feels more like, because this sits here first, and this feels very earthly. Chaos. You're exiting something. You're finalizing something in your life. But it feels then really the contract that your deeper self would like to engage in here with you is a more soul-based contract. Has more to do with your soul's calling. It definitely puts you in such an emotional, physical, mental balance with this yin and yang. The cosmos haven't heard from you in a while and they miss you. They miss you. Aw, happy family and cornucopia. Boy, oh boy, let's get ready to create. Look at that underline. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a nice underline. That's a nice bottom, Leo. All right, let's see. Let's see. Now we're going to put out the tarot. I picked the Murderer Crows too, right? Dark and foreboding. The crows are our messengers. They shall speak to us. All right, so I'm going to pull out 3 tarot cards to go with each release and receive. Oh, no, I'm going to... Okay. Yeah. I'm just looking at my own little toothpick. My own little sheet here. We're going to pull... The first one is going to go in the middle. And then I'm going to do... Okay, the middle. And yeah, all right. Well, there we go. Thank you very much. The Page of Wands. So this might all get started with some sort of communication. This switch. There's... I'm not going to say this might. This will. This will all get started for you. This moving from your release and into your receive energy is all going to start with some form of communication. Whether that's you communicating something or something being communicated to you. With the Page of Wands, 1 card came out. I was only looking for 1 card. It's pretty specific. And what I really like about this card, both of them. Both the Garden and the Gate and this card are looking into the receive. So it's kind of like the future in a way. Or looking into the receive. So it's taking you there. Some sort of communication. All right, we've established that. So now we're going to get 3 cards for your release and 3 for your receive. That's really interesting. You got the Emperor for the release, right? And you've got envy leadership. So it does feel very much like releasing some... There could be something about how you're micromanaging your own life even. How your own life is being micromanaged in your own leadership capacity. You're releasing this. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. 1, 2. 6 of Wands. Yes. 8 of Wands. I feel like you've gone as far as you can with something. I don't know what that is for you, but it has something to do with leadership. It could have something to do with work. I mean, with Zeus leadership, and then the Emperor, chaos, like managing other people. There's been a lot of micromanaging within the 3D for you. You've found success in it. There's really not much more you can do with it. You've figured out the riddles. You've figured out the problems. You've got it. So what does that do for you? It's time to move on. The 8 of Wands. It's time to move. Okay, so what does this receive? Oh, okay. All right. Whoa. Well, now, look at this. This receive, it's interesting. You have the 5 of Pentacles. You're like, oh my God. So at first I thought, okay, well, they're leaving their job or they're doing something and have financial difficulties. But you go right into the 3 of Pentacles. So what this actually tells me, it may not have anything at all to do with finances. It definitely has something to do with no longer being part of something from the past in your life. Being excluded from that. But then you immediately go into 3 of Pentacles. So you're finding something new to build here. Micromanaging with the cosmos. And what comes up with that? With the Empress. This is not so much being the leader in everything that's created around you. But this is being the creator. I see that. The difference between the Emperor and the Empress. So the Empress creates. She creates life. She's almost always depicted as being pregnant. She births life. It is the depiction of It's Venus and Mars, right? That's what it is. It's Venus and Mars. It's yin and yang. There's your balance. You've done a lot of the yang gang. You've done that. It's time to get into the yin. It's time to be the creator, and absolutely with the Three of Pentacles and the Empress. I don't want to say there isn't some sort of sense of loss with the Five of Pentacles, because there's likely a lot of yourself that's been invested in what you're about to release. But you're going to start building something new. And I really like this, because who you're building with here, you're building with the crows. So you're building with the cosmos. Two of Wands is at the bottom. Get ready to dream. I love that there's one white crow sitting, or it's just so brightly lit up by the moon, it appears white. And it's very ghostly to me, because all the other crows that communicate, I think for the most part, they're black, which is what they're naturally colored as. But that just seems like you can see them so well. They're in the 3D. They're your communicators. They're your guides in the 3D, where this one is just forming. It's the dream. It's coming from perhaps conquering your own fears. I'm just really hearing that. So conquering your own fears on some level and allowing yourself to dream again. Yeah, this is actually flowing pretty good. So let's just do some clarifiers. So I'll use the teeny tiny Everyday Witch Tarot. Oh, somebody commented in the comment area of my channel. They wanted a list of all the cards. I can't give you a list of the cards I have. It's too much. I try to say it as I'm going. I'll let you know what I'm using. If I forget, I'm sorry. But I can't. I mean, I think I have about 70 decks at the time. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, this Page of Wands is the energy that sits between removing yourself from chaos to speaking with the universe finally. I like you're going to micromanage the universe. I think the universe wants that. They say, yes, please, come. I haven't heard from you in a while. Still, see how far you take that. The Page of Wands. Is that the Page of Wands? It's the Ace of Wands. Wow. It's your new beginning. This whole new beginning seems exciting. Like where you're going to take yourself is exciting. It's inspiring. It gets your blood pumping. You feel like roar, like you want to roar. Where this feels like you've been containing other people's roars even perhaps. It's such a creative side of you on the other side of this. It's not even funny. So let's see what you're releasing here. The Emperor. I mean, this could even be someone in your life too. Could be your boss. Wow, shit me. The King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. This is something that you can't release unless it's legally allowed. Heck. Feels like that. The King of Swords. Look at the book. That's what the book says. The Four of Pentacles. You're not going anywhere. That is so interesting. Release that. So, okay. Well, let's see what the Six of Wands says. Because I feel like, I still feel it, that the Six of Wands is indicating that you've created as much success as you can here. You can't create any more success. Or the path has kind of come to some sort of end for you on this journey. The Six of Wands. Boy, oh boy. The Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Talk about trying to figure out how to get beyond an obligation here. And it's something that weighs you down. It's something that, like, I think you almost feel like, yeah, I know I can't go any further with this. But it's almost as if there's an obligation here that is serving others. Serving others. I mean, it could be your work. It could be your work. It could be a marriage. Something where, God, that contract. I almost want to clarify what the contract is now. The Eight of Wands tells me there's movement, though. There's movement coming. So what is this Eight of Wands? The Page of Wands. There is coming in. You got that Page of Wands, right? And that's what's telling us. That's the middle energy taking you from the release to get into this receive. There's the Page of Wands, a new path. So some sort of a new opportunity for you. And you know how this shows up too. If it is, let's just say it's wanting to change jobs or wanting to change a career path. But you need to pay your mortgage. Going anywhere, right? You know, it might not be a contract that you have at work, but it might be contracts that you have outside of work that have certain monetary obligations with the Four of Pentacles that you need to fulfill through having a job. So they're definitely on some level here, like it just feels like, yeah, you're definitely caught in a 3-dimension. But there's going to be some sort of communication that opens this up. What is this contract? No, let's wait until we do this. Let's go over here. Okay, the Five of Pentacles. Breath of the Cosmos. Oh, yes. I feel like you want to be excluded from whatever this is. You got the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. So it almost feels like if things were, if you didn't have the obligation, yes, if you were no longer obligated to something in the physical, that would on an emotional level be very pleasing. Very pleasing. Emotionally, we would have fulfillment there. So then you have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. Whoa. The Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I just can't help but feel like there's some sort of energy that benefits from you that you don't benefit from so much anymore. But it's almost like it's got you by the short and curlies. Because this is like conflicting interests and you really needing to defend your dreams here. Really. From those that want what you don't want to give. From those that want something from you that you don't want to give. For you to give that steals from your dreams. So what's the Empress? The Empress. The Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands. The Empress is an energy to reconcile. And it could be like you just having more time with your friends. You just having more time with people where you can celebrate and you're engaged in your happy emotions, your happy emotional state. But it feels like it gets stolen away, or there's something else that ends up taking precedence over that. And then you have to do something else and you kind of miss out on, you know, what you feel like is really meant for you emotionally. And this is becoming pretty tiring with the Nine of Wands. Like, it's exhausting. All I can say is there's some kind of communication that comes in and boy, it feels like a brand new day and you're freaking excited about it. This contract. But I will tell you that others will not be excited about it. I don't think they will. They want to continue to receive your energy. Contract. What is this contract for Leo? It is the freaking Tower. I told you. It's the chaos. You know what I'm seeing someone. I'm surprised the Devil card hasn't come out actually with what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone who whose wrists are tied by like a red thread. So the red thread representing sort of like karmic ties that we have with other people and other souls, and almost like a karmic tie that you're trying to release, and someone's holding the other end of it and keeps pulling on it. Every time you feel like you've slipped out of it, they yank on it, and it's almost like it's cutting into your wrist like handcuffs. The Moon is at the bottom, and the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Spinning, with this, I just get like spinning in confusion towards painful endings. Ending something. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Wanting to find really the balance in your emotional happiness. There you go. That was something else. My goodness, Leo. So now this, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what you can do here. I am going to go do your extended, and I am actually going to, in the extended, I'm going to ask for advice for you, and, yeah, if you follow the advice and all that shit. But I will tell you this, that I feel like with this reading, there isn't a lot in your control right now. At least leading up to what this Page of Wands is. It really does indicate communication and moving into a different cycle. So something comes through for you. All right, pussycats. I'm going to go do the extended, as I said. Until next time, Leo, be gentle with yourselves. So bye.